completely changes direction and then banks it off of a post and in the net. He did a lot of great things out there tonight too. He made some terrific saves. But, you know, it's just tough. It's one of the goals I don't think he had any chance on. You know, it was a point-blank snapshot in front of the net. So there was, you know, it was a tough night in the sense that he let in 4 goals, but you can't really fault him. You can't really blame him. I think we can play better in front of him. I think there's things we could have done better. And, you know, he's back in there. I'm sure he's going to get better every day in practice and in games, but if you look at the goals, it's hard to fault him.
You said you gave him the option coming out at the timeout there at 4-0. Is that something you normally do with goaltending?
Well, I just wanted to make sure he was okay. I wanted to make sure that physically he was okay, mentally he was okay. I think just coming back off of a break like that, I'd rather have a conversation and, you know, maybe he wasn't feeling that good, but everything was fine. We had a conversation and just, you know, I think staying in and battling like he did is only going to make him better. And the work that he got, like I said, he made some tremendous saves out there. But, you know, you come back, anybody that comes back, I think you have to kind of work through the process of being game ready. And so the work was good for him tonight, but he made some big saves in there. The conversation was just to make sure he was good. Called a timeout, tried to reset the button again. You know, he was fine.
You mentioned the deflections on him, the goals that went in. What, in a game like that where nothing seems to be going?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. Nothing was really was. I think we could have played better in the first half of the game. You know, we get caught in that penalty trouble too. But you know, I think we could have been better.
How do you stay? How does the team stay focused in a game like that where it just seems like every bounce is going against them?
It seemed more than anything. If it did anything, it lit a fire under us. You know, because we're guys that were playing in our home building in a game that mattered and meant something, and there were some tough breaks, and we weren't necessarily think we had our A game in the first half of the game, but I think it lit a fire under us. If anything, you know, to be honest, we had more than enough chances to win the game in the third period, and that easily could have happened, and it didn't. So listen, we move on. You know, it's there's going to be games that you like, there's going to be games that you don't like. But our group is a group that works hard. They'll respond to this, and you know, we'll get back at it.
Did it surprise you or disappoint you the fact that the team didn't play better, at least for the first half of the game, as you mentioned?
Well, there was some tough. I mean, there was some. I think we were ready to play. There were some tough things that happened. There were some tough bounces early on, and we didn't seem to handle that very well. And then there was the penalty trouble early in the second period, so we didn't handle that very well. You know, once we got dialed in and got to some regular ice time in the third period, we seemed to really hit the gas pedal and start to play our game. But you know, in the end, it's too late. You can't do that. You can't wait to turn it on. And that hasn't been a problem all year. It's just, you know, tonight that was the case.
Obviously, your team, they are two of the best teams in the league, the top 2 right now. Do you feel like after seeing this tonight, the guys are ready to be in games like this where the focus is on them, where the spotlight is on them, where...
I think we've been in games like this all year. You know, you play, we went to Pittsburgh and played the Pittsburgh Penguins. Well, that's a really good hockey team. You know, the games with St. Louis or Chicago. You know, I think our guys are. I think we're learning, and we're still working at things. But I don't think that there should be a question as to whether or not we can be successful against an Anaheim or St. Louis. I think we've proven that we can. Tonight wasn't our night. You got to give Anaheim some credit. They played a fast game, and they were a little quicker than us at the beginning. And I thought that as the game went on, we got a little bit quicker ourselves. But you know, they won tonight. We'll move on and look forward to the next opponent.
It seemed like Anaheim didn't give you much time and space in the first couple of periods when you got into the offensive zone. It seemed like you pressed it in and they would clear it right out just seconds afterwards.
I think I think the lack of success was a combination of their speed and us not being up to speed. You know, they played a quick defensive game. hitching it, where we weren't in there quite as quick as we needed to be, and didn't come out on the right side of the puck. And so that was the problem early on. I think we fixed that problem and changed it, but it was, like I said, it was too little, too late.
Wilson's goal not only helped change the momentum, but set a new career high in points for him this season. What have you seen on him? Maybe even since like December, it really seems like he's turned it on. Do you think there's a reason for that?
You know, I think things are going for him. I said this, you can go back and get my quotes from the beginning of the year on Willie. He was playing great at the start, and we weren't disappointed with the way he was playing, just that the points weren't coming for him like they are right now. So it's great for him and great for us that the contribution is there, you know, actually on the score sheet, you can see it. But we've been happy with Willie from the start of the year.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.